Alright, well, I'm going to see if we can get this underway with the intel. Now, something I decided to do, in between, things here, I'm not really caring too much about, intel against myself right now. I'm more about, doing it to other people, so we're just going to take this out here. And we're just going to basically dump a lot of stuff here into, intelling for, over here. Now, how this basically works, you'll basically be accumulating, points, basically, for, each thing you're trying to do. So, basically, as I build up, more and more points, I'll be able to, see stuff happen. But let's just try and be aggressive, maybe. And see that, let me, do some stuff to these guys, so you can actually see a little bit about what the intel stuff looks like. I'll note that a lot of commenters have said that, the intel's really overpowered in this game. Basically because, based on, how big, your empire is and how many, intel centers you basically have, going for you. So, I have, a few intel centers going around, right here, for example, we got 15, 5 right there. And that should be able to, give me a small little, bonus basically against these guys, especially Earth, who doesn't really have a lot of plants. So hopefully we'll see that happen. Defense pact with them expires, so we're no longer, on buddy-buddy relationship. If we, have problems with anyone, they will come to our help. Same with them. Axton here. Axton here, how about you get yourself some titanium mines, I think. Get those as well. We're going to build a couple of those titanium mines, I think.
Affirmative.
You go right there. And these guys can go here. My basic plan, I think, will be just trying to build, a space station, a outpost, basically, so I can, reach these places over here, so you can see, the humans, what they have and all that, and then, make a mess of them, perhaps. If I can. And Alia, Salamak are done, and Tribly is done. Really, at this point, let's just, have these guys sort of do whatever. I don't have to borrow them for a little bit. So this guy's got intel centers and stuff. Grab this, grab that. They're doing more intel than anything else, so let them keep doing intel. There, that'll be fine. And Trouble. Not sure what we're doing with these guys at this point. I remember, food being an issue, I guess, here, so... Or not being an issue here, I guess. So let's just, knock this down a little bit. Get more science going. It's funny, I'm probably, ahead of, these other guys, AIs with, science, even though, there's not a science-based, faction. This is actually a very bad faction for getting science with, the, Omega Alliance. They're basically more, they're more akin to, destroying other vessels with their ships, or using spy to, do that type of thing, or invade them, than anything else. The Omega is really interesting because they're actually, kind of average at, being able to do combat, intel, ground invasions, and stuff like that, but they're not very good, in, diplomacy matters. And it's a little bit different from, the other, combat factions, the, Carter and the, Carrion. those guys in particular are really, really good at, how can I put this? They're really, really good at, like, specific things. Like, the Gartera are very good about invasions and, like, basically, like, intel. And then, like, the, Karen are very good about invasions and, like, also, ship battles.
Terraforming has been completed.
The offers friendship. We don't care about that. These guys all got terraformed apparently. Tribola has basically done stuff. Well, let's build this, I guess. I guess we can't build this without like the advanced thing, so whatever. Let's just build it, I guess. Actually, want to check something. So building this actually lets me build like stuff a little bit faster. So there's a good reason to like build like barracks and upgrade it. And Wesson has apparently also done his thing, so go over here. Let's build that. You
Designate a planet for terraforming.
terraform that. You
Designate a planet
terraform
for
that.
terraforming.
Affirmative.
Let's keep exploring my like vessel of like no reason or anything at all. Demeter Axton. Okay, Axton's the one that got colonized over here, so
Designate a planet for terraforming.
let's keep it up. Alright, so that's basically the first system the Terrans colonized over here, ARM. I wonder why they didn't colonize this one. Or like the other ones are around them. It's kind of interesting because like, all these like systems that are in this game are not that great. Usually you have a lot of like good systems in this game, like Helios is fairly decent, and this system was fairly decent. And that's like a fantastic system. But there's not a whole lot of fantastic systems like, where like we are down here, the Terrans and me, which is interesting. Alright, well anyways, let's just see here. You arrive, so that guy can go out. Actually, you know what? I think if these guys are combined together and they try and make a spaceship, or outpost, they'll actually construct it a little bit faster, so we can actually get down here and like do stuff. I'm not sure we're going to invade the Terrans because there might be a little more able to like thwart our abilities to like invade them, but whatever, we'll see. You're doing that.
We have news from the diplomat.
They declare war on us. We're favorable to it. Tribble has done its thing. Let's see here. We'll build that just for the hell of it. And yeah, we're basically almost like, a quarter of a way through with that. Usually it doesn't take like, 4 turns to basically build this stuff. I'm going to build this in 4 turns apparently. Happy about that. Axon's done its thing. Let's see here. Yeah, sure, build this for now.
Terraforming has been completed.
Axon does terraforming, so why not? Just
Colonization is
colonize that.
underway.
I do say I have like a whole lot of crappy systems, but I do have a lot of them, so there is that going for me in this like game. But still, I prefer to have like something different than this. Maybe we'll have to focus on food a little bit first here, so we'll just grab a few of those. Now, note by the way that, like, as, like, you go along, you'll need, like, more and more resources to build this stuff, so we need both, like, duranium, deuterium, and titanium to basically build, like, the mechanical combat units. But we can build these just fine, so why not just build 6 of those. Just to keep them out of, like, trouble for now.
Omega Outpost is operational.
Awesome, we got an outpost. Special agreement's basically done. And those things are all empty again. So Kane, Gracia, and Axton. Go there. He's colonizing like crazy the Heian, which is very interesting. The AI will AI in this game, much like any other game. And there we go. This is basically built so I can reach these guys like plants. If I want to try and invade over here.
Affirmative.
I could probably invade these guys pretty easily, so maybe I will. Let's see here. Gatrusu, Kane, and Axton. Build those wind turbines, I guess, for now. And why not just build those? And those, because why not? Just keeping these guys out of trouble so I don't have to, deal with their constant needs. Let's get that out of the way then first. Actually, we'll get that out of the way then. Now, note over here of these guys, that's their capital right there, the Rotharians. It's really interesting that, they start so close to the edges over here, usually you have it is like this type of game, you can have these guys, starting in, areas that, well, let's put it this way, this guy's actually really relatively close to where I am, the Heian. These guys are relatively close to my spot, but they're basically we're all skewed on this half of the map over here, which is interesting. But this shows anything can happen with how this stuff basically happens, so whatever. Yeah, let's get 100% of this going, I guess. There's all my special stuff, by the way, so I have an increased range of my ships apparently.
Greetings from the Koron Empire.
There's the Korans, so these guys are the Klingons of this game.
If you do not want us to prove it to you, stay out of our way.
The Korans are among the most feared warriors of the galaxy. Their quest for glory and honor in battle awards them an almost legendary status as masters of war and combat. From battlefields on the grounds to those deep in space, their weapons strike hard. A number of Karen battleships have so-called cloaking devices granting them tactical advantages at predatory attacks. Their vigorous industrial forges process a countless hoard of raw materials, keeping their resource-hungry war machine running. Hunters guaranteed a population's food supply. However, all things are not directly serving the purpose of battle and conquest are of minor importance and often neglected. The Karens consider espionage a cowardly and dishonorable pursuit, but they are nonetheless willing to defend themselves against foreign attempts, so basically these guys suck at, intel, but they're good at war and production. They're warlike.
Terraforming has been completed. We have news from the diplomat.
And look at that. There's our first intelligence reports finally funneling in. We'll accept this, sure. Alright, so this is apparently the Karen space over here. They're over here in this top part of the map. Interesting. They did destroy my ship, which is very nice of them. So let's actually get my colony ship out of here. There's a Karen homeworld, by the way. These guys finished off their... No, these guys I'm just going to send down here, I think, at this point.
Affirmative.
Let's just have these guys immediately colonize.
Colonization is underway.
And there we go. We'll go over here. Build that. And build those, I guess. Just to keep them out of, you know, my stuff. Where's Nashira? There. You can tell how much I care about these planets, right? It's like, where's this one? Alright, anyways, we found the Karens and Navi. We built some troops. These guys have our defensive pact. Alright, so here's what basically, like, you know, the intel stuff basically looks like. So you got reports here. So, basically, like, you can see, like, we're being targeted here. So apparently, Omega Alliance, we got sabotage, apparently. Economic Department. So, a disaster attack by enemy sabotagers caused the destruction of one billion type Tetron refinery in our Omega System Alpha system. This hits at the Rotharian Sci-Fi is held accountable for the discovery attempt. They've destroyed, you know, an industrial center here, and someone apparently took some money from us. Not sure why our change is going down so much right now, but whatever. I guess it's because they took stuff. So that just shows, like, you know, if you have, like, no intel, you'll basically be hit by this stuff, and, like, they will do this type of thing to AI, and this is, like, one of the reasons, like, you know, they're considered intel's, like, pretty, like, overpowered in this game.
This system is covert agents have news for
We have news from the diplomat.
So, Garen offers cooperation. Sure, we'll accept that. We established a new colony there. New intelligence reports. We'll get that going. Not sure what I'll do with the, you know, the other stuff here, but whatever. I'll figure something out. Yes, Tetron bonuses everywhere if you want. I'll note that the Tetron bonuses are sort of like a morale boost for you. Alright, here's some more, like, stuff going on. Basically, like, the next turn we have, like, more sabotage basically coming from stuff, so... basically, someone took control over one of my ships. This is something else that can happen in this game. Something happened right there. Someone falsified, like, you know, our diplomacy stuff here. I assume the Rotharians are probably doing all this stuff up here, but because that's, like, their prerogative in this game, but whatever. Now, something to note, by the way, is that this is something that can happen. You have, like, your ships get stolen. So, over in the Belladonna sector, someone basically stole my Czech-class ship, apparently. That's something to really watch out for. Basically, you can have your ship stolen from under you. And, like, the enemy can actually take them from you, so... You have to think about that. Anyways, let's go to the humans here. We're just gonna go... We're just gonna declare war. We'll see if we can smash these guys a little bit. No, this is probably the reason I'm, like, going after, like, these guys here, not the Rotharians, because the Rotharians are actually really good at, like, you know, this type of thing. And they probably have, like, their intel up because, like, that's what they're, like, you know, really good at.
There is an Omega covert agents have news for
Alright, we declare war. They're happy. Well, we're unhappy, but whatever. More stuff is coming in. So we got more propulsion tech over here. I can get, like, you know, more stuff after that in a bit. Whatever, let's just go over like this for now. And you guys just going to attack system. Attack system, let's take this from him. Build that over here. Maybe that. So, a few more things basically happening in this turn. Basically, you know. Now, it is possible, by the way, that you can have, like, you know, blame being attempted on other people. So, it is possible, like, you know, the Rotharians are blaming the other people at some point here, but whatever, we'll see. But yeah, there's like a Rotharian starting to ruin this. Apparently explosives were hit on a ship in Omega. I think this is like a failed attempt right this one right here, so they failed like an attempt. That happens every so often. I should probably see what this wormhole is all about. I've yet to really show those off, so... over here in Omega Alpha, I really should just, like, you know, build maybe some scouts to show you off that, I guess. Actually, you know what? Let's build something faster than that. Yeah, they can reach it, so... let's build ourselves one of these cruisers, for example. This is a pretty damn, you know, powerful thing. The medium-class cruiser is a good asset in the standard command fleet. Moderately armed and equipped with strong shields, is designed to defend the alliance borders from any larger intruder fleet, so... powerful. Really expensive to buy, but it's fine. There, we took this one.
Covert agents have news for
Terraforming has been completed. We have news from the diplomat.
Apparently these guys want to strengthen their relationship, apparently. Alright, that's good enough. I'll accept that just for whatever reason. Note that basically over here we, like, you know, took arm from these guys. Oh, we lost a crystal mine structure here. So it's still a lot of money. Now, despite the fact that the Rotharians are helping me there, I assume that it is them that's, like, you know, doing their stuff.
Affirmative.
And these guys, I just want them to immediately transfer all of my troops. And we're just going to go to Terra. I'm not sure we're going to get any sort of intel off on, like, the humans, so... I may just, like, you know... revert this all back over to, like, you know, defense or other stuff for now. I would like to at least show at least something with, like, the humans here, but whatever. Probably have these guys doing something slow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just do something and stay on my hair. Okay, here's my cruiser. We'll send this guy over to the wormhole. Usually it's a bad idea to send stuff through the wormhole without, like, knowing where it is. Like, you want to send, like, scouts or something because they're cheap, and if you lose, like, the scout, then it's, like, no big deal. But whatever. Head of Hodge is apparently done, so we'll look into that, I guess.
Designate a planet for terraforming.
Get that going.
Covert agents have news for
Oh, so these guys declared war on us. Do not grieve, our wars will grant you an honorable death on the battlefield. Die in honor. So, good old, you know, Karens. They'll do that if they feel they're strong enough to kill you. And let's see here. Let's just build this. And Katricia. We'll build this and those. Why not? You know, it'd be really funny if I wipe out the Terrans right away like this. That's like, that'd be like very unexpected to me, but you know, it is something that you can do. Just wipe them out. By the way, here's like the human stuff. I'll note that basically all the different factions have different type of buildings for stuff. So, whereas we have like basic industrial centers and plasma reactors and intel centers, they'll have like basic factories, data banks, basic universities, science fountains, automated farms. Everyone has like different stuff in this game. And yeah, stuff is going on. Note this stuff is like all reports, basically like, you know, happening basically outside my experience, stuff like that. As like you build up stuff, you'll be able to like doing like attempts against other people, but we can't just yet because like, you know, we haven't built up intel against them. So that's basically how this game works. You basically build up intel to sort of like counter each other. And we took out the Terrans, because why not? So, Terra's out of the way. This will be a day long remembered. The humans have fallen.
Covert agents have news for the Omega.
So we took out the guys here. The fallen humans increases our faith for citizens and power wisdom of V. We basically lost 2 attacking ships, apparently. Destroyed 4 structures, killed a bunch of people. The humans have been wiped out. New citizens are coming in. So, stuff is happening. Space Huck Ella is gone. We lost a security forces on site. President sabotaged a cash ship. Going to kill off, like, you know, people in, like, Terra, apparently. So there's basically a wipe out of like a, you know, a major faction, and I guess I'll have to go to my intel now. So note that this is like all like pushed back in here, I guess. So that's a thing. Maybe that'll like help us like, you know, build up our intel strength to actually like, you know, thwart some attacks, but probably not. You need to have a lot of intel basically to thwart things, so that may not be happening. By the way, our battleship took a lot of injuries, I guess, so you'll have to basically heal up a little bit. This transfer of ships is all I've got here now, I guess, so let's go see what's happening there, I guess. There's probably possibly a miner right here.
There is an Omega Alliance scientific breakthrough.
There's the advanced Omega shipyard for building really big ships.
An alien culture has been encountered.
So there was like another like, you know, miner right next to these guys, the humans, and of course they're hostile, so I guess the humans had no you know, luck in trying to get them into the ranks. Aspirants are naturally aggressive and guard people. Planetary government ranks are displayed by colored facial visors. Novices have green ones, turquoise blue for normal functionaries. Those wearing yellow are leading officials, and white is worn by a prelate of the government. It is not unusual for women to be in this lead position because they can manage and stomach this difficult profession best of all. The life of a prelate is particularly difficult, as they must not show any kind of weakness and must renounce their family completely to remain as incorruptible as possible for their own protection. They must acquire a new identity like in a witness protection program. Maybe it is due to this common state of mistrust that the obvious bitterness among people does not disappear in this very advanced society. The most brutal show fights in this arena create a distraction originally are always crammed, so, you know, basically like, you know, a secret and hostile people. They have like show fights but boost morale.
We have news from the diplomat.
These guys apparently giving some deuterium because, you know, why not? Intelligence reports are coming in. So even though, like, you know, I've like, boosted up my intel. We're still gonna get stuff happening. We, do construction stuff, so whatever, do this. Let's have you just head up to here, I guess. Or not through there, but rather somewhere else.
Affirmative.
I should just go right there. I don't really care what I do with this transfer at this point. Alright, now something I want to do here is throw off this wormhole, so let's just go in here. We're going to explore the wormhole, which is either going to destroy the ship, send them into another wormhole somewhere else on the map, or send them randomly into the void somewhere. We'll see.
Covert agents have news.
They declare war,
From the diplomat.
and we have espionage happening, so Mega Alliance. We are proud to turn this enemy spy over to the Glorious Bee. Likely they belong to their host, the Rotharian Network. So basically, actually caught the Rotharian Network this time. Any further belongs to the fateful hands of the Veer, as always. So we caught the spy. Good job, Jose. Now notice that this guy's gone, and he's basically over here now. So something I know about this game is that you have like unstable wormholes, and unlike Birth of the Federation, or I guess like a lot of other games, you can have like these unstable wormholes, which basically can like send your ships like anywhere on the map randomly. They're like a random teleport trap. They can be very useful because you can actually like see where the target is. So right now the target is 24-4. Where is 24-4? So basically right now this is going to teleport right here. You can actually click on this like over time basically to see like where like stuff is going to be teleported to. So I have no idea why I'm just building stuff here, but whatever, just build whatever. Next turn, basically, if I look at this, it'll be like a different place. Now, don't bother, I can't really move this guy around because basically, he's stranded in space here and he can't really do anything by himself. That's one of the weaknesses of as I said, you don't want to basically send your guys through like these wormholes because basically, sent into like the random areas where you won't be able to use them, basically. So it's something to keep in mind. Accent apparently shrinking.
There is an Omega.
By the way, note that we know how like the intel stuff happening because if you basically boost up your intel, it basically makes it much harder for like the enemy to do stuff with like your security. Now, if I go to this like thing here, note by still says 24-4. Okay, let's just go end your turn.
Terraforming.
At this point, let's just say it's going to be end of the episode, but I'll try to like show you this off. So, oh, it's not changing. So it is sometimes possible, I guess, to have like these wormholes go to like the same destination over and over again. So basically, there's like a one-way teleport here. And if I send an outpost ship over here, by the way, I could build an outpost over here in this sector, and then I can like build stuff from there. But anyhow, I feel like I've shown off this game pretty good. I may in the future come back to basically show off like one of the other empires in this game. Right now, I've had enough of like the Mega Alliance. They're basically showing off like a little bit how this game plays and stuff like that. But I know there's a lot of stuff that basically has to be done in this game. Right now, like there's a lot of stuff that's in this game that it could be improved on, like gravations and like there's some features that aren't in like raiding. It used to be in like Star Trek Birth of the Federation, you could like raid like enemy planets like destroyers, but you can't really do it in this game just yet. But whatever. Anyhow. Let me know what your thoughts on Birth of the Empires was. I found this to be like, it's very much like Birth of the Federation, but it's more advanced in a lot of ways. Though it feels like it needs to be like improved in other ways as well. If you want to see more, let me know. I only recently did this, basically like, toward like the middle of September, so this is fairly recent, but if you want more, let me know, and I'll basically try and do it. For now, thank